Parents, do you feel like words are coming out, but somehow they just magically disappear before they reach the ears of your teenager? Hi, I'm Renee Sullins, and I am a life coach for teenagers. I help parents and teenagers successfully change those stressful teenage years into joyful ones. So today, parents, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to listen to your teenager to get them to talk to you. So parents, if you were really listening to what I just said I was going to do, you would see that I said how to listen to your teen as opposed to how to talk to your teen. Teens want to be listened to. They want to be heard. They want to understand. So tip number 1 is to listen, to be an intentional listener. It's so hard for parents to listen, just like it's hard for everyone to listen. In the fast pace of life, we just tend to go through the motions and want things to happen quickly. We don't slow down to really open up our ears and take that time to listen. Tip number 2 is listen more than you talk. Teenagers don't necessarily want to hear what you have to say, but they really want you to listen. So as you're becoming a more intentional listener, and this takes practice, parents, because we're so used to telling our kids what to do. You need to listen, take your time before you respond. And again, it's about responding, not reacting. The difference between responding and reacting is if I tell you something and you're not particularly fond of what I just said, is to respond is to take your time, even just a few seconds, to think about what was said before you speak. Reacting is it's a knee jerk. You just say it. It just comes right out. And oftentimes that can come back to have a poor reaction on the part of your teenager. Tip number 3, and I've had many a teenager tell me this: don't hit them up with what we would call old school 20 questions after something that's important that they've done, right after they've taken a test. How did you do? How was it? Teenagers do not like that rapid fire. They like you to be curious about what they're doing and interested, but not quizzical. And rapid fire, in their minds, is quizzical. They don't like it. It was a game changer for one of my kids that we did that. And I even talked to her mother about that on a group coaching. And it was awesome. The mother had no idea she was doing that. And that's all the daughter wanted her to do, was to come home from school and spend an hour in her room by herself to decompress. And then mom can come in. And she was happy for mom to talk to her then. Just that little tweaking made a difference in their relationship. Ask them permission to ask a question. I know that seems counterintuitive as a parent, and here's what that looks like. Hey, can I ask you how that test went today? Wow. I would love for you to comment below if you try this tactic to tell me how that worked, or at least the reaction on their face. They won't believe that you are asking them permission to ask a question. They're going to love it. So parents, look for the link on this page because I have a free tip sheet for you. And it's actually conversation starters that you can use to start conversations with your teen in the way that they will respond to you and understand that you genuinely want to listen to them.